Good afternoon, folks. Elevation Diecast Racing. It's Dad here, and it's race day. MoparMadness. We've got spectators lined up to watch the race. We've got some classic Dodges sitting at the winner's circle. All you Mopar nuts out there, you know it's Mopar or no car is how the saying goes. So we're going to get these weighed in, give them a hot run down the track, and we're going to see what the fastest Mopar is out of these 16 that we have picked. All right, so all the cars have had a hot lap down the track, working in the graphite. So first up is going to be the Chrysler 300C Hemi with the bling wheels. Actual weight 30.8 grams, 30.9 grams. And in lane number 1 will be the Dodge Sidewinder 38.1 grams, driven by DXP Racing. All right, race number 1, round number 1. Lane number 2 is the Chrysler 300, and lane number 1 is the Dodge Sidewinder, driven by DXP Racing. Ready, set, go. Ooh, we got a 2.326 and a 2.326. A tie? All right, we'll try it again. We'll swap lanes in 3, 2, 1. And the Dodge Sidewinder with a 2.426 is moving on. All right, next up is the 15 Challenger SRT from the Decade Series, taking on the 69 Dodge Coronet Super B from the 2008 models. Super B at a 35.2 and the Challenger at a 37.8. Challenger in lane 1, Super B in lane number 2. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's a Super B, but the Challenger caught him on the big end. That was close. 2.367 to a 2.364. We'll swap lanes. All right, the lanes are swapped. SRT with the advantage in 3, 2, 1. Oh, and he got him. 2.378. Moves him on to the next round. All right, next up is the 69 Dodge Charger 500 with those Aerodisc wheels, weighing in at 41.6 grams. Taking on the Hot Wheels Police Department Dodge Charger Drift, weighing in at 38.6 grams. Dodge Charger 500 in lane 2. Lane 1 is the Dodge Charger Drift Police Department, driven by Zelda Diecast Racing, Elevation Diecast Racing with Isaiah's Race Team, and Your Nightmare Racing. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's a gap. That looks gap. That was close. 2.357 to a 2.390. We'll swap lanes.
That's a gap. What are you talking about?
That Charger has to beat a 2.357. All right. 2.357 is the time to beat. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. He got him. 2.365. And he'll be moving on. Next up is the 69 Charger Dodge Daytona, weighing in at 44.8 grams. Going up against the 15 Dodge Charger SRT at an even 37 grams. Dodge Charger SRT in lane 1, driven by Scale Racing Channel. And in lane number 2 is the Dodge Charger Daytona, driven by N-Count. In 3, 2, 1. Ooh, close. Daytona got out though. 2362. We'll swap lanes. That EMS needs a 2362 to move on, or better. In 3, 2, 1. Whoa, we gapped him that time. 2377, and the Dodge Daytona moving on. All right, next up is going to be from the 2008 model 69 Dodge Charger Corvette Super B, 35.2 grams. Taking on the 2022 71 Dodge Charger, 40 grams even. 71 Dodge Charger in lane number 1. And the Super B in lane number 2, driven by Elevation Diecast Racing for Dad's Race Team. In 3, 2, 1. Whoa, the Super B got out. 2383. Super B with the advantage in lane number 2 with a 2382. In 3, 2, 1. Whoa, the Charger 2365 gets him out. Wow. The Charger comes back with a clutch run, and Dad's Race Team is eliminated. All right, next up is the only Johnny Lightning in the bunch today, 46.4 grams. And in the K&N Dodge Challenger SRT 8, 36.8 grams. Hemi Cuda in lane number 1. And the Challenger SRT 8 in lane number 2. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's a one and done. 2378. Wow. To a 2447. All right, next up is the other Dodge Charger Drift representing the Hot Wheels Fire Department at 39.7 grams. He'll be taking on that 15 Dodge Challenger SRT, 37.9 grams. Challenger SRT in lane number 1 and the Dodge Charger Drift in lane number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, look at that. The fire department got out on him. That SRT though was catching up. We got a 2377. We'll swap lanes. All right, lanes are switched up. Dodge Charger Drift is a 2377. Is the time to beat for the SRT, or the drift car's moving on in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! 2385, not quite enough. And the drift car is moving on. All right, last up. 59.6 grams. It's the General Lee in the Dodge Challenger. Is that a Challenger or a Charger? I thought this one was a Challenger.
Where's the package?
It is a Charger. He was the loose one. And the 71 Dodge Demon, 35.8 grams. All right, Dodge Demon in lane 1, driven by Redline Salvage Inc. and the General Lee in lane number 2. In 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that's a mighty big gap. 2403 moves him on to the next round. All right, here is a look at who's not moving on. And your round 2 lineup. All right, it's the Decade's Challenger taking on the Sidewinder in 3, 2, 1. Sidewinder, oh, the Charger! Tie? He came back to tie him up. We'll swap lanes. All right, winner's moving on to the next round in 3, 2, 1. Sidewinder out of front. 23818 to a 23818. Whoa, double tie. All right, this will be the final tiebreaker in 3, 2, 1. Sidewinder out in front, and he got him. 2.412 to move the Sidewinder onto the next round. All right, it's the Police Charger Drift in lane number 1 and the Dodge Daytona in lane number 2. Let's see who takes it down the lane first. Ooh, 2355 to a 2378. We'll swap lanes. So the drift car has to beat a 2355. Let's see who gets down the lane first in 3, 2, 1. Daytona out front. Oh, the drift was coming back. Not enough. And it'll be the Dodge Daytona moving on to the next round. All right, the Challenger in lane 1 and the Charger in lane 2. Who gets down there first in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that Charger. Wow. I can't believe it. 2382 to a 2399. We'll swap lanes. All right, the SRT has to beat a 2382 or the Charger's moving on in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, man, he got him. 2343, even a better time this time. He's moving on to the semifinal round. All right, it's the Hot Wheel Fire Department drift car in lane number 2 and the 71 Dodge Demon in lane number 1. Let's see who gets down there first in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, wow, the fire department got out on him. 2481. 2481 is the time to beat if the Dodge Demon wants to advance. In 3, 2, 1. Whoa, closer race this time, but it's a 2386. We'll get the Hot Wheel Fire Department down into the semifinals. All right, this is a fine lot of cars we're looking at. It's too bad they will not be moving on. It's the semifinal round, the Sidewinder and the Daytona. And then you'll have the SRT, drift car, and the Charger. All right, we got the Dodge Sidewinder in lane number 1 and the Dodge Daytona in lane number 2. Let's see who gets down the lane first in 3, 2, 1. Daytona out in front, but the Sidewinder gets him on the back end with a 2-3-4-4. Wow. We'll swap lanes. All right, let's see if the Sidewinder can make it 2 in a row in 3, 2, 1. Charger out in front, and the Sidewinder gets him again on the back end. 2-3-6-0. Wow. And he will be moving on to the final round. All right, we got the 71 Charger in lane 1 and the drift car in lane number 2. Let's see who gets down the lane first in 3, 2, 1. And, oh yeah, 2410 takes this Charger. We'll swap lanes. 2410 is the time to beat in 3, 2, 1. Out front. Oh, what was that? Is that a faulty start?
I don't think so.
That was a better race. Still wasn't fast enough to get him, and the 71 is moving on to the final round. All right, so this is the final race, the Sidewinder and the 71 Dodge Charger. But first, let's see who's going to take third place. Will it be the Daytona or the 15 drift car? All right, the drift car in lane 1 and the Daytona in lane 2. Let's see who gets down the lane first. In 3, 2, 1. Daytona out in front, and he keeps it 2-3-4-2. All right, the drift car will have to beat a 2-3-4-2 to move into the third place position in 3, 2, 1. Daytona out front, and he stays there with a 2-3-4-3, pretty consistent. And that'll be your third place winner. All right, this is the final race. I need 2 consecutive wins with fastest times. The 2 fastest times will move them in their position. Sidewinder in lane 1 and a Dodge Charger in lane 2. Let's see who gets down the lane first in 3, 2, 1. Sidewinder comes back on him in the back end. 2-3-7-0 to a 2-3-8-6. 2 consecutive wins. Can the Sidewinder take him out in 3, 2, 1? Sidewinder, he stays out ahead of him. 2-3-4-9. And that is the race. And there you have it. Congratulations to DXP Diecast Racing for picking the Dodge Sidewinder. He's number 1 for today. Coming in second place is a 71 Dodge Charger, which nobody picked. And coming in third that super sharp Dodge Daytona driven by Encount. All right, so there's a look at the losing field, and I will run some of these cars through their respective weight classes just to see what happens. So from all of us here at Elevation Die-Cast Racing,
If it's not fast, at least it look good on the shelf.